and we will be starting up just shortly. Looks like we will be starting up on Lijiang Tower. Defending first will be Team Ragnor, and attacking will be Rochester.
I like what they've done with their team. RIT D2, you know, clever, nifty. I dig it. I dig it. Good work, guys. Team Ragnor, of course, solid option. We hopefully will be seeing some slick Overwatch. We got to see a 5-game match for the 8 p.m. event. So hopefully let's see if this one can go the distance as well.
Alrighty here. So now, man, I don't even have any predictions. These guys, they're both sounding like they're very passionate. They've been together for quite a while, and hopefully we're going to see some of that passion translate into sick gameplay here.
Yeah, I love hearing from teams. I love hearing that they met up at a LAN party. Like come on, how cool is that?
Yeah, right. And of course, I'm originally from the Midwest, so of course that's a little bit of Midwest pride coming my way as well.
Preach it. So R2-2, RD2, they are still waiting on one individual to get ready to go before we jump back into Overwatch Brawl on Lijiang Tower, a map that the previous victors, Safe Haven, made short work of their opponent. I'm curious to see how this one will play out for these teams, again, given the maps that could be played and the compositions that go with them.
Definitely. King of the Hill, definitely one of the faster paced game modes in Overwatch. You tend to see a lot of spawn camping and quick ultimate usage in order to secure advantages.
Yeah. And we saw Control Center, and then we got to see some of that slick boop-tastic action for the bridges. We did not get to make it our way to the night market, however, though. So curious to see how we're going to play out on this one. We are, however, going to get started right now as we get back into it. And, RNG's us, praise be unto him in his mysterious ways, will deliver us unto Lijiang Tower, and we'll see what we get to do.
Hey, let's start on night market. Let's go. No, okay. We're going to start on Garden here, guys. All right, so of course the staple here is usually Fair Mercy. We didn't actually see a whole lot of that on the last match, but we could today. It is something that I do like to see. And hey, guys, before we get started here, of course, gotta mention, be on the lookout for your MVP this match. You can vote down below on the Twitch panel, and just keep an eye out on your favorite players and those great plays.
Love seeing that MVP come out. Again, sometimes it's not the player who shows up in the kill feed the most. Sometimes it's the player who's the most fun to watch, or the one who you see doing the most work in the backline, on the sidelines. Maybe it's pumping the enemy team full of grenades. Maybe it's Afara actually pulling off some sick hits. Let's see if we see some of that Pharmacy. Come on, teams. Come on, teams.
All right, so the initial spread. All right. Looks like so far blue team's a little indecisive. We've got some DPS, and of course it's too early to speak authoritatively on what's going to come out of here, but so far we're seeing something similar to a dive with 3 support, 3 tank coming out of our red team. And it looks some kind of dive here as well, except a little more stable as a 2-2-2 with Soldier and Tracer.
Also loving the Hammond coming out from RITD2. Team Ragnor, though, Soldier 76 is not a pick you see often. It's not the burst damage you tend to see from a DPS player, but it is consistent. And wow, holy moly, here comes the Hammond.
Wow, going in there with a quick rollout and booping Jack's cast off of the map is going to be a really huge advantage. No main support in order to take this fight out. Smash making a lot of mileage out of that grappling hook. Now we are going to see Floander over here trying to just buy some space and keep our blue team at bay while his teammates buy the point. Now blue team is... Sorry?
No, go for it.
I was going to say blue team is posturing here, getting ready to reset. And Smash is going in there, trying to go for another boop, and it ends up not working well in his favor. We do have Jax with a great sleep out there. We're going to jump in here right away. Monkey going in, trying to get these picks. Tracer in with the support, a quick pick on the Zenyatta. And it should be the fight. That is going to be a 2-man advantage, turning into a 3. We are going to see the pick here on Jack's cast before the fight ends. However, this should be a quick, decisive victory for our blue team.
Smash, though, some incredible work on that Hammond. Love seeing the disruption to bring it into the game. They're not able to stop the point from falling. They're going to get out of there with their life intact, despite a Tracer bomb that gets tossed out there. Floander, though, what happened to my dude?
Well, you got to get that mech back quickly. It probably wasn't worth to farm it back. We just want to get the quick reset, and especially on King of the Hill with such limited time, it really is imperative that we can roll out for this next fight as soon as possible.
Super fair, and that's also fair given the quantity of ults that RIT is going to have to throw into this fight.
Absolutely. So we're seeing an engagement. Smash going in, living up to his name, just smashing through that enemy team. And we are going to see the Diva Bomb come in and pick off Sparks McCree. Red team engaging on the point here. We do have a Monkey in the back line being handled by Zenyatta and Diva. Zen is going to pop that trance in order to survive. Meanwhile, we have a Boostio on the point, holding the space. Blue team holding on for now. However, after dealing with that Monkey, Red is going to move in and claim the point back for themselves.
RIT splitting their forces there a little, but that's also because Beach was doing such a good job theoretically of smashing that Zenyatta back into the backline and almost back into spawn. And Joblar, with the help of their Diva, are going to pull off that kill, and the rest of the RIT is going to finish out the match, take control of the point, and start rebuilding their support.
All right, now Blue needs to be aware of this rollout. Smash is going to, of course, go in with the grapple hook. Now it looks like they're going to play a little more patient. We're going to get the rally armor. And Blue team is going to be the aggressor this time. Monkey jumping in. We do see a pulse bomb that does not get anything. It does get canceled out by a Monkey. Going in with the sound barrier in order to keep Red alive. Blue manages to capture the point just due to perhaps a positional mistake. But it did result in 2 picks for our Red team, environmental kills. And a short-lived capture for our Blue team as Red retakes.
Oh yeah, really solid positioning there coming in from Team Ragnor. RIT getting pushed off just a tad. They'll win the fight. They're going to even out the percentage, but that's a little extra boost for Team Ragnor.
All right, so a change of plan here. We are going to see our Blue team come in from the backside of the point. Ham going in, dropping that minefield right away. We are going to see the Ana Grenade clear most of those mines out, allowing the Blue team to walk into some more mines. I stand corrected. Meanwhile, Tracer is trying to cause a harassment, however, not going to win a 1v4 fight. Blue team is forced to back off.
Love it. Now we're seeing some really solid point defense coming in. RIT using the mines to very effectively zone out and murder a lot of the members of Team Ragnar. Team Ragnar, though, with that Reaper, that's going to be a force to be reckoned with. Not a lot the Hammond can do in the face of that except run.
Now we are seeing a bit of flank action coming from the Blue DPS here while the tank line moves in. We do just need to trigger this overtime fight, and there it is. We managed to get on the point. We're going to see a Transcendence come out from Jobalar. 2 picks already on the red team. Is going to be a 4v6 fight. The flank looks out. It was successful. Now we are seeing a lot of firepower coming through. We just need to take care of the Hammond, and there it goes. This fight is very decisively cleaned up by the Blue team.
Yeah, again, the Reaper, when he comes into play, especially with that anti-nade gun tossed out and Guffin doing some serious tracer work, that's going to be a pretty good solid retake for the... and we have a bit of a game crash coming out, though that should have resulted in an automatic pause. It looks like all players are still going to be in the game. There it is, Bortle. They have been booted, and they're going to have to try and reconnect.
Unfortunate. Whether that's a rendering device loss or just a simple disconnect, it really is unfortunate timing for that to happen during our tournament match. However, we did get the quick pause in there, so we should be able to rejoin here in just a moment and get the action rolling again. Now, in the meantime, we are actually seeing Blue team with a massive ultimate advantage coming back into this next fight once it happens, and with the scoreboard looking at 65 to 99%, that's a nice position to be coming back to.
This is definitely one fight territory. It's a shame that Bortle is going to lose all of their ult percentage. I believe they were on the Ana, which means if there was going to be a nano combo coming out from RIT, it's definitely not going to be coming out until the last fight of this match.
Oh, and 2 leaves. This is interesting.
Oh, we are having some even more technical difficulties given that they're all coming out of RIT. It's possible that the entire campus there might be having some technical difficulties.
Oof, getting DDoSed. Calling collusion. No, I'm just kidding. That's not happening.
Wouldn't that be? Remember back in the day when you used to be able to get away with stuff like that? The big thing now, again, even more ult charge being lost. That's going to be a primal rage that is going to get taken away from RIT. And now, to be fair, they're in a pretty solid position. They have a 99% take on the point. They are in 2-fight territory, which they are going to need at least 1 fight to get some of that ult percentage back that they just lost.
Definitely. And it really just is unfortunate. We're going to lose 2 ults here. And that really is just game changing that we have both of these disconnects. Bortle is back here, and we are just waiting on Vanguard.
Oof, oof. And Bortle and Vanguard are back in the game. We are going to be getting that unpause off and ready to go very shortly. So let's look at the situation. This is going to be a very good hold coming in for Team Ragnor. They are just looking really stacked there with that particular ult bank.
Definitely. All right, and at 65%, it should just be a quick combo away. We should be ready for a regroup here.
Alrighty, and they are going to be jumping back in. There was, that's right, it was a Lucio Barriers and the Primal Rage. Floander still going to have that Diva Bomb coming in, Smash building up towards that very devastating Mines. But again, the Reaper ult, the Barriers, the Primal Rage, and a Diva Bomb coming in for the Team Ragnor. That's an incredible ult bank, and there, the Diva Bomb goes in on top of the bomb, and it's going to grab Beach as he was swinging away.
As an absolutely massive Diva Bomb, 2 kills, not a whole lot out of that Death Blossom. We are just going to clean up here. A nice boop finisher from Bortle, and it looks like that Diva Bomb really just buying the point, everything that we needed. Lucio, Unicorn Soup, not quite able to make it in. We are going to see the stall here. Something necessary. We might be able to see the ult usage come out from blue team. However, we do see the recap. There's the minefield in order to secure the territory, and that should be the rest of the fight. We do see, actually, no. Goofum does get on the point, and we're going to continue to stall. A sound barrier to protect the Diva. This actually could turn the game around if we can manage to get some picks here or stall for just long enough. However, we are going to lose the Diva mech. Lucio doing his darndest to stay, circling around the top of the point without getting shot. Winston jumping in to continue the stall. However, it's not looking good. Red team getting pick after pick. We are maybe going to... Goofum just doesn't quite make it.
This is one of the first times that I've ever been super happy to see the hamster do that rotating stall of doom on a circular point such as that. He was able to push the Winston away from the point just long enough to get that cap, making it an overtime match for the RIT, making the spawns just a little, or not the spawns rather, but the situation just a little bit better for them.
Definitely. Really clutch play here from Smash. And it's great that actually, despite those 2 disconnects, the ultimate disadvantage really didn't play too much of a factor in retaking that point. It all just came down to just pure clutch.
Yeah, and despite the old advantage held by Team Ragnor, they did a fantastic job that is RIT advantage, using well-placed ult timing, and now the fight once again coming back on for the night market map.
And we see the clash of tanks here. We do see Beach going in just a little bit too deep and getting punished for it with that charge. Unfortunately, not quite what he wanted to do there. We are going to ultimately see just a lot of damage coming through this front line. Red team pushing through, very decisively taking the space. Really great discords there from Jovalar as well.
Oof. Solid performance from Vanguard on the Reinhardt, taking apart their counterpart Beach. Beach doing some solid work though, building up his shatter, not quite as swiftly as some other Reinhardts we've seen tonight, but both of them acquitting themselves quite well in this duel.
Definitely. Vanguard at 75% and Beach at 53%. We are likely going to see the shatter come out of Vanguard first. However, we are going to have our blue team come in very cautiously. It looks like red team just wants to retreat and hold the point. And here comes the fight. We're going to open up with a great pin. We went on a little bit better this time, however, does get punished. We are now traded 2 for 1, and our blue team with the advantage. We are pushing our red team out to the outside, continuing to light up that kill feed. Diva loses her mech, and this should be a good fight for our blue team.
Team Ragnor, again, demonstrating that they can take that point to 99% on the previous match. They're going to make this just as difficult a match, and again, the even showing of both these teams, really solid play.
Awesome. So we are going to push forward. We're going to hold that aggressive choke point stance, and this is definitely hard to get out of. We're going to have that Rally Arbor coming through, just providing that extra boost of health, makes it all that much harder to penetrate through. We are going to see a massive shatter actually get... doesn't actually get blocked by Vanguard, but we're not able to get much off of it due to the excellent transcendence from Jovalar. We're going to trade for the Gravitons here, except transcendence is going to be in favor of our blue team. Beat comes out to protect our red, and we are just trading evenly support ults. However, there is a pick coming out from the Diva ult. We are attempting to push here through onto the point. Blue team managing to take some space, and we are going to go in with the charge. However, Beach is going to get punished for it, and red team is going to manage the hold, the point in their favor.
hell of a long fight with RIT. Ultimately, with the dueling grabs, dueling shatters, dueling trances, they're going to be the ones that pop out the Diva Bomb, opening that fight up, getting the picks needed to make it happen. They're going to have Shatter coming back in, but the Team Ragnor has these. Never mind.
And they can just get in right in from the, just right around the corner of that shield. That big shatter goes in. However, the beat is going to keep the team alive. We do unfortunately lose Sparks. Zarya to that great pin. It is going to buy some time for red team. They're just going to hold this aggressive choke point. Blue is forced to hold back for just a moment, waiting for that respawn. And here we go. We're going to push in with the rally. And going around the corner here, we are just going to hold this space, defend the point effectively. It's not worth going in when you have that rally arm coming up. A nice ult coming out here from Smash, however, will be countered by the Transcendence. Vanguard colliding with Brigida's shield. We haven't seen any picks from the kill feed yet, and we are going to see more ults. This is going to be the deciding factor here. If any of these ults get value, nothing off of the Diva ult. Pushing in, Reinhardt going in left click, and then finally the Master Shatter for Beach is going to be actually held together by the rally. We are actually seeing blue light up on the kill feed here, managing to get value after the shatter. However, we are now trading blow for blow. A big grab coming out here from Spark. But it is going to ultimately be a red team hold. Rochester Institute holding the point and winning this match.
RIT's Vanguard's charge at the end there into the Zarya, knocking them off the map. They fire the grab into it. It's not up to them. This actually might be it because those were environmental kills. It is. Check this out, ladies and gentlemen. It's going to be Vanguard swinging away for the fences. They're coming back in. They're going for the charge. They get the Diva and the Zarya off the map with a charge. I've never seen that before.
Absolutely phenomenal play, and really back and forth. Really hard to tell who's going to win each of those fights. They all went so we'll trade 2 picks here, we'll trade 2 picks there, and so just the fact that we're able to shift the momentum that way is making for quite the exciting match.
Yeah, that was a really solid showing from both teams. Ragnor demonstrating again, this is going to be an even fight all the way through. But the strategies coming in, compositions especially from RIT, Hammond on the first round, and then when we hit up the night market, then the Reinhardt play coming out from Vanguard, just way too strong.
Absolutely, and so we are now going to be in the pick/ban phase of our match. We are now waiting on the save for hero and ban for the map, and that'll be on Rochester here.
Yep. So RIT going to, as we remind everyone, ban a map for the remainder of the entire match, and then they're going to save a hero, which Team Ragnor for the next map only are going to have a chance to ban a hero and choose the map, whereby, again, RIT will pick their favorite side to start.
All right, and now guys, remember, MVP, keep an eye out on that kill feed on your favorite player or just that guy who's pumping out the mad heals. Keep an eye out and find out who you want to decide to vote on the bottom panel.
MVP voting. Let your voice be heard. And let's see, maybe it's going to be up to RIT. They have a lot of maps to choose from. We just finished off Lijiang Tower. We have a couple more King of the Hill maps going into the match. They are going to ban Horizon, however, and they're also going to save the Brigitte. I think that means we're going to be seeing more of that 3-3 composition coming out from them.
Definitely, that is going to be an indicator there, and they were actually getting quite a bit of mileage out of it. Perhaps Team Ragnor might be struggling with taking down that Brigadier. We didn't actually see a whole lot of picks. They are positioning pretty solidly.
Yep. And now that the Brig save has gone in, that's going to be the one hero the Team Ragnor cannot ban. They are going to pick their favorite map. It will not include Horizon Lunar Colony. And I don't know, which hero do you even ban for that? There were a lot of solid picks coming out from RIT.
Yeah, so far we've seen flexibility from both sides and not really any strong signature picks that we just want to take out of the game right away. Both teams with that flexibility is definitely making for a hard prediction. We are going to see in just a moment what Team Ragnor decides to ban.
Let's see. It could do the Reinhardt. If they're favoring the Brigitte, there's nothing more that shuts down that 3-3 like a good old-fashioned Reinhardt ban. But on that garden map, they showed that they didn't really necessarily need a Reinhardt to take that out and still have the Brigitte be effective.
Definitely. With the boot potential, they really were making solid use out of positioning and environmental kills. Uh, and depending on the map, that's really going to be the determining factor on what gets banned here. So we will find out both pieces of information together. It looks like the team is still strategizing and figuring out what their next best move is going to be.
They're going to be asking, can we grab a map from any category? I'm glad to say the answer is yes. You can grab a map from any of the categories that you want to. And again, this ban, except control that is, will last for the rest of the match. And the lack of control banning is so that you will have that tiebreaker map still left in the field, which is nice to, games going ad nauseum might be fun for a lot of people, but I hear some people like to go to sleep.
Oh, what was that? All right, so we do have a ban on Zenyatta, and we are going to be going to Hollywood. Oh, man. Now, actually, I live, like, around the corner from Hollywood. Like, it's a 20-minute drive from where I'm at right now. It doesn't look anything like this.
No floating cars, no,
Yeah, I feel a little bit ripped off. I think Blizzard is lying to me.
Huh. Well, I'm hoping that maybe someday we get to that floating cars. I think the high-powered execs, one of my favorite line is, it's like this car has tires or something. Yeah, must be nice. There is, of course, going to be a side switch. Wait.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Wait. RIT wants to go to attack. So they actually needed to have stayed on the red side, I believe. We'll probably have to get that sorted out lickety-split. But yeah, so this is rare. The side-choosing team choosing to go on attack first, willingly setting the pace.
Alrighty, just getting that pre-game lobby set up. Oh, there we go. Okay. We are getting everything set, and we should be ready to go here in just a moment. Right down to the hero select phase on Hollywood.
Bam! So RIT will be on the right in the red, Team Ragnor staying on the left in the blue. And getting started on Hollywood with RIT, again, starting off setting the pace. Not the worst map to set the pace on, though. Take point A, start on that streets phase, which can be a little hectic. Different comps coming out, probably.
Definitely. Hollywood does allow for quite a bit of flexibility. There is quite a bit of high ground on points A and B. Not so much on point C, though there is some. But I think snipers are pretty dominant here. Dive is pretty dominant here. Really interested to see what happens. You can still effectively run a death ball. I've seen it happen. I've even seen something as crazy as Orisa Bastion work on this map, though. I think maybe that's more of a defense favorite thing on point A if I were to put my own like theory type input on it. But yeah, I mean, a lot of options are available here.
Oh yeah, and the Orisa Diva, also a great little composition to run. You have Orisa creating the anchor point, you have Diva running around all over the place, touching the point, and just generally creating some havoc. Hollywood, I do like Hollywood for that kind of variety of compositions, especially for sometimes seeing some sick Widow duels.
Absolutely. Seeing that Widow 1v1, a great measure of skill between two Widows, something very exciting to see. We are going to be starting up the map here. We are at Hero Select. Let's find out what our teams are going to roll out with.
Yeah, so again, RIT going to be starting on attack. They will not have the advantage of a Zenyatta, so no Discord for them, but their save means they are going to be running the Brigitte. And on this particular map, no Zenyatta maybe takes the edge off the dive a little.
Yeah, definitely. No Zenyatta taking edge off of dive. I would agree with that. No Discord orb really weakening it, just slightly. 30% is nothing to sneeze at when you're talking about team damage. So let's see. Right here, we just hit 0, and the initial fold. We are seeing something looking like a dive coming out of RIT, and we're seeing a little more of a standard type death ball with Reinhardt Zarya.
Ooh, and an Ashe. Love seeing Ashe play. Mostly because I don't really play her a lot myself, so I don't really know how to play the character very well, and I am relying on these tournaments to show me a bit. And Guffam is going to be bringing out that deadly little hit scan 1%er. And also a reminder, Bob can contest. Love that.
Yeah, well, he's got to be good for something, right?
And the offense, though, yep, there it is. They're going to be switching back over to a very nasty Widow dive. Nope. Jebaited.
All right, looks like we're gonna have Tracer instead. All right, so Team Ragnor running a standard-ish. We've got Ash comp here, no, it's 3 support. Oh my gosh, spoke too
Mm-hmm.
soon. Zenyatta, oh, maybe mistaking him for a DBS, huh?
Sneaky Zenyatta. If it's, Zenyatta, though, with the Discord, he might as well be contributing a lot of damage.
All right, now we are going to see our red team going for the flank on the back alley, getting ready, storing up their cooldowns and setting up the dive, waiting for blue team to use some of the resources before setting up, and should be coming any moment here. There goes Tracer on the flank, and Monkey is going to dive in. He does get booped away by the coach gun. And we are going to see a bit of a fighting on the cafe, drop down onto the point. Red team ultimately contesting the fight being pushed into the lower cafe by the tanks, but the cafe will prevail. The blue team does manage to bend. And here we go. JBR sleeping on the job back there, and a nice play from JaxCast on Anna there. Blue team is ultimately going to defend the point here.
I think Team Ragnor picked a map that they really enjoy playing. Ult charge, defensive positions, cleaning up on the point, not giving away a single tick. Yeah, they've got Hollywood Point A locked down.
All right, we are going to be seeing alts coming out on the next push. We have a pulse bomb coming out as well as a nano boost. Perhaps you could see a nano monkey come out, would be pretty viable. However, we are going to see a massive ultimate advantage for Team Ragnor right now. Almost 4 ults coming up at the moment. Well, 3 now, and the Transcendence in the graph shortly after.
Yep.
Looks like Bob's on his way as well.
And here we go.
All right, and we're going to go for the back alley dive again. Similar strategy to last time, and hope for different mileage. Now, this ult disadvantage could end up backfiring for RIT. We are going to see the Transcendence come out for Ragnor. Nanoblade come out. Shatter goes in. 2 picks from Reinhardt. Unicorn Syrup goes in to clean up McCree. We are still seeing a bit of resistance from our red team. However, Smash just lost his mech. Monkey is no longer in Primal Rage, and blue team is looking up for another solid defense.
Dang, not able to get a tick. Ragnor just demonstrating superiority on Hollywood's Point A. Their defense has almost airtight. They have no possible holes, and we have yet to see a really dominant moment come out from RIT after their strong showing on the King of the Hill. With their ult bank, though, this might be their opportunity.
Absolutely. 4 alts coming out here for RIT, and blue with only 3 alts. We have a Bob, a Beat, and a Graviton Surge ready to go. Now we are going to contest this high ground, and Tracer's going for a flank, perhaps trying to duel the Zenyatta. Looks like it ended up not going so well. We are going to engage with the Diva Bomb here and the McCree ult as well. Bob going in, trying to do as much damage as possible at full this point. We do manage to pick off Ash, however, we trade for the tanks. Lucio beating his counterpart, and then Blue with another solid hold here. Really kind of making it look effortless. Just really good ult usage here as well.
Yeah, that was a really solid defense. Bob finally coming out from Guffum, getting a kill of their own and forcing Jobalar off the map, or rather off the point from the defense. His ability to not reload, fire like a Torbjorn turret, and do way more damage is pretty disgusting.
Absolutely. Now we are going to be relatively... No, actually, just kidding. I rescind that. Now that I look at that numbers more closely, blue team definitely has an ultimate advantage. However, we are going to see some aggressive positioning from Vanguard here, ultimately to get eaten by a Graviton. We do see that pinned in with a big Anna Purple going in there. We are going to see Smash Fall as well, and that is going to be a more or less one fight without some ults coming out for red, which they do not have.
Yeah. Dark Shatter coming in once again for Beach, who's showing that they can generate him with the best of them. No contest comes out back from RIT. That's going to be a perfect hold from Ragnor on Hollywood Point A.
Wow, just wow. Not a whole lot that you see that full hold going on like that. That was a pretty strong showing here from RIT.
Yeah, woof. The Ragnor, that hats off to you. Coming out a bit from that CP, or rather the King of the Hill, a little bit of a gaffe there, but Hollywood, unbelievable showing. Really love seeing it. I have a feeling their offense is going to be just as strong. Could be surprising. We could be seeing a bit of a tie, as RIT has to now mount their own defense. Could be just as equally tenacious. We'll just have to see.
Absolutely. We are a couple seconds away from seeing the initial fold here on team composition. And, say our defenders go for some kind of strong
Ready for
bunker.
battle.
We haven't actually seen any really extremely defensive comps come out of either team yet, so we wouldn't know how it gets handled.
Yeah. The hmm. We have the Ana, the triple
Attackers
support,
incoming
triple
in
tank,
30 seconds.
Ana, and a Brigitte. Interesting.
They're really trying to get a lot of mileage out of this Brigitte.
I like seeing it. You know, it's very valuable for the stuns, the sustain, especially with that new little bit of a healing boost that they have. And of course, Rally, slightly nerfed, still very valuable as a defensive ult. But with Zenyatta and of course maybe possibly that Hanzo coming in from Team Ragnor, tree trunk arrow, sized arrow to the head sometimes negates any defense you might have.
Now, this is interesting. We're still running the 3 support, effectively Zenyatta as the DPS. And into the Brigitte style comp with 3 tanks. Actually, I think that's a pretty smart decision. We're going to stack on Hanzo's very strong DPS with the Storm Arrow, move in here, and here we go. We're going to open up with some swinging here from the Reinhardts. And a really nice charge from Beach. Really high risk, high reward plays here that are working in his favor now. We are still seeing some really good healing coming out from both sides. Not quite able to secure a kill until now. Guffam is going to go ahead and get that pick on Lucio, and that should be the fight, taking out the sustain. Don't even need to challenge Anna on the high ground because this fight is done.
Yeah, Spawn's way too far away. Reinhardt is going to come back onto the match. Getting out an incredible shatter. I didn't even see him generate that, but like the damage potential from the remaining members is way too high. The stalls are going to be coming in. The problem is Ragnar's presence on this point is just way too strong. They are going to be able to clean up. They are going to hold. Hollywood's going to them.
Definitely. Now that Rochester really didn't have any other options, they had to go for the stall, given that it was such a short hold that they had to move up against. Ragnor with a really strong showing there.
Yeah. Once again, we have a match with both teams now scoring a map, and this time it's going to be RIT earning the right to a hero ban.
So this is a bit of a nice change of pace. We're trading right away. Last couple matches that we've seen here, it's been really strong first couple games from one team, and then a quick sweep into a contested game 5. This has been a nail biter from the first fight.
Yeah, the CP, the King of the Hill match went, slightly evenly. It did go 2-0 in favor of RIT. The first round going to that 99-99 nail biter. So you figure this next match was going to be a little more even, nay, and in fact, it's Ragnor coming out swinging, quite literally. Beach on the Reinhardt getting some incredible plays there at the end.
Absolutely. And guys, keep an eye out once again on that MVP, and don't forget to vote on the bottom panel.
Again, MVPs, and we've been seeing a lot of sick plays coming out so far. Maybe you want to toss your vote in now. Maybe you want to wait for the next matches. I don't know. It's up to you, but it's your voice, and let us hear it.
Definitely. We're looking at the next save and the next ban here for Team Ragnor. Just waiting on the word from their captain.
The situation here, interesting. Ban hero getting turned around a bit. RIT, if you're RIT, who do you ban? Again, Beach coming out with the Reinhardt, really solid play. Do you want to get rid of some of Guffam's potential? Maybe take out a hit scan? Difficult.
Now, I feel like Gufham's DPS pool is just too deep at this point. We've seen already an Ashe, a Hanzo, and a Tracer come out of him.
Yeah. So you probably want to go for maybe a more particular hero pick, but very, very importantly, Team Ragnor is going to make sure that they can't take the Rhine away from them. So now we have 2 map bans. We've got Horizon from the earlier ban, and now we have Dorado. That leaves 1 2CP match, Hanamura, and 1 straight escort map on Route 66.
All right, and of course we do have Busan as the tiebreaker map as well. Now we are waiting here for the ban and map pick from RIT. Yeah, definitely saving Ryan I think is a good idea for Team Ragnor in order to just keep the presence of their team. Really, they're just playing a lot of this, pretty standard Overwatch with Ryan as the anchor. Losing that I think would definitely be a detriment.
Yeah, and Reinhardt. And Beach's Reinhardt in particular, that's a one you want to save. It's hard, difficult. You know, they banned the Zenyatta, and it didn't really have a lot of effect on their particular performance. They seem to be doing just fine. Making sure that they save the Reinhardt, however, because RIT I know is going to be eyeing that one down. Good solid choice. Able to go for the Zarya, though.
Definitely. Well, we'll see. We are just waiting one more moment. Should be getting the word from our second team captain here. And I'm actually going to take advantage of this break real quick because I have not had a second to drink some water. I'm going to do that real quick.
Boy, do I feel you right there. The lure of the cast is real, but sometimes you just need a hot minute to slick your throat and get something down there. Oh, and R2D, or rather RDR, as I'm going, or RD2, you know what, RIT. I have to call them
R2D2.
Yeah, R2D2. R2D2 doing a great job of confusing the hell out of me, and they're going to ban Lucio. Beep pop, and ooh, Route 66 is going to be the choice, making sure they get that escort in before the other one gets banned.
Alrighty here, so yeah, that's kind of why I've been going with Rochester too. I mean, hey, it's the school they represent. You know, why not?
Yeah, right? So, it's going to be up to Team Ragnor to select the side. Right now, they're currently set up on defense. That might be the defense you want to go with.
Ooh, but it looks like they want to attack.
Wow.
Oh, wait, no, that's Ragnor on attack, yep.
Team Ragnor on attack. Fascinating. So, they just had a bit of a hit there on Hollywood. With that great solid defense coming in. Looks like they want to come out swinging on Route 66, maybe keep up that momentum, yeah?
Yeah, I think so. And really, this is such a momentum-based game as well, with the first fight mattering so much and getting that early ultimate generation. I definitely do think that the aggressor is favored, so hopefully we're going to see that come out. Now, Route 66 with that initial high ground on the gas station does lend itself pretty well to a defensive hold, and that gas station does control most of the entire Point A area, so could be a strong defensive hold there. We'll just have to see.
Yeah, I personally, I think I always love starting out on the defense, but yeah, you're right. This is a situation where keeping that momentum and keeping that aggression is huge for Team Ragnor. They have a very good opportunity to destroy Route 66 and really solidify their advantage here in this particular matchup.
All right, and we are just about to get started here. Head on down to the Wild West. Here we go.
Alrighty, Route 66 featuring Big Earl's 24-hour service. This is another one where, you know, Pharmacy used to be, I say used to be, a really solid pick. Every time I think we say something about Pharmacy, though, it doesn't get picked, so I'm going to keep my mouth shut now.
Too late, Caster's Curse is in full effect. But, you know, I really wish that we could actually, this Overwatch has this 30-second phase here where we can't see what they're picking. Just,
oh yeah, I would love to have access to that, and maybe, just maybe. You know, okay, so no Pharmacy. All right, I have the other one that I want to see. I'm not gonna say it. Maybe it'll come out.
Okay. 5 seconds here. We're gonna find out what the first flip is.
Come on, guys. Come on. Make me proud. Make me proud. Defense, no. Why are you like this?
Hey, but it's kind of like I was thinking. So we're seeing something really defensive here. Orisa, Torbjorn, if Bastion. And 3 supports. That's a resurrect on their team right there with the Mercy.
Yeah, RIT on the other hand looking to set up a defense with just some incredible sustain. They are going to be going up against a team where they know they're not going to have to face that nasty Lucio. So there will be no zippy offenses coming out from Ragnor, and that's possibly what they're going to try and play into with the advantage of having the Lucio, the Moira, as their very, very healthy supports.
It does look like we're going to trade Mercy for a Symmetra, probably to reposition Bastion quickly. We are going to set up also a sneaky flank in the tunnel here for the defender. Now we teleported here to the point. That might not have been the play, not with that sneaky flank, and here goes the engagement. All right, here we go. Big, huge purple anti-grenade. We're just going to charge right through Beach with these charges, finally getting the value that he wants out of them. And we are going to actually see the retaliation come back from Roadhog. Getting a Resurrect on the Bastion is going to be a turnaround here, and not really, actually. He's just going to die. So, solid show there from Blue Team with the nice flank play.
That was one of the most furious entrances into a fight that I've ever seen. Vanguard, of course, already possessing of the Shatter, but even the Diva and, of course, the Moira with all the healing they were pumping out, also going to have their ultimates. Shatter comes out very early, though.
They went for the sneaky flank twice now. I didn't catch if he got anything with that Shatter, but he certainly did get something with the charge there. And now we have Vanguard in the back line. Moira trying to get as much as she can off of the Coalescence there. And Beach coming in with the nice Shatter now. We're going to just push Vanguard out into Narnia, fight Fluander, and that's okay. We are going to actually see some cart progress, though. Some good ults did ultimately turn that around. We are seeing just some Moira on the cart, and Diva's going to have to retreat there.
It's a really solid spawn setup for this particular map. Route 66 has the place where the defenders can actually get possibly even 2 more fights in on this payload should they get back in time.
Definitely. Now, that's not a fight I want to be taking, Fluander. No! Oh, gosh, what a great bubble there from Smash, saving the Diva mech from the anti-grenade. We are going to see a Nano Reaper in the face of our blue team here. The Discord Orb does seem to scare him away, and we're taking a solid position, trying to fight for the high ground. All right, Beach, we're not sure about that one. He does get a good bubble, gonna feed this energy. However, we are going to see the Graviton get canceled by a Transcendence. A huge Diva Bomb from Fluander to combo with that Graviton, and that is going to clean up the fight.
Oof, that's the kind of Diva Grav combo that you used to see back in the day. 3K coming out for the Flawander. They're going to stop that payload right there. And honestly, those pushes took a lot more time than you would have expected. And only about 1:40 left for the team of Ragnor to get this point A.
Absolutely. And RIT with a solid defensive position and payload in their possession at this point. Reaper is going to look for a flank and an ult here, or perhaps solo push the cart. They are just now going to be responding to the Reaper on cart. He'll get safely away. We're looking at a surround here from our red team all around, and a nice kill on Vanguard here. Beat charging in once again. We are going to see the red Graviton come out, combo with the Death Blossom. The beat not enough to save everybody, and we are going to see these to get slept and killed here in order to capture the point.
Ragnor distributing their ults very conservatively, dropping only what they absolutely need to win that fight, and simultaneously eliminating Vanguard very early, who was in the back going for a sneaky backline shatter, but gets picked out by Beach before they have the opportunity, and instead that fight goes straight to Ragnor with point A and 3:15 left.
All right, so we are going to be pushing through this next gate. We do have close to even ults, however, a slight advantage for Team Blue here, who does have 3 ults to Red's 2. We are going to be seeing a Transcendence coming up, and we are going to engage here with the rally, pushing in forward, kind of expecting the Beach charge at this point. We do actually have him out of the way. A big Shatter coming out from Vanguard, however, Beach buying time. We don't see any picks yet. There is Guffin with 2 picks, actually. Red team looking to finish up this fight. We're going to chase down that Diva and leave these stragglers on the main. Diva will pop ult for to try to get the mech back. It turned out not to be the right move, and Red team decisively cleaning up this point.
Yeah, Point A was looking pretty solid for the defense from RIT. They were doing all the good things, they had some great decisions, and Ragnor is really showing it up now.
All right, we are going to come in with an aggressive charge from Vanguard to kill Unicorn Syrup on Mercy. A Nano on Beach is going to come in as a retaliation, though the Grav may not be enough to secure the fight, especially not with Anna pumping heals into the red team. It is going to be a clean up here, and we might be able to capture the point off of that fight.
Wow. That was a bit of a scrap, and I don't believe RIT is going to be able to get back in there for a contest. Yeah, that's going to be point B, going to Ragnor with not a lot of fanfare.
Definitely. One quick clean fight is all we needed. Now we are going to be seeing a Sound Barrier able to counter a potential Reaper ult for this next fight. However, it will be difficult to counter the Graviton if Bortle can lead up to that, trading his ult for 2 of theirs. It could be a really game-changing play there.
Portal only having barriers coming into this fight. Meanwhile, that's a lot of nasty artillery coming in for the Team Ragnor. They're going to have to open this fight with one of those ults, but the cart just continues to move with nary any resistance.
And here we go. We're going to open up with the Valkyrie combo. It is going to get countered with the sound barrier. Not quite enough for the Death Blossom to penetrate. We are going to now see everyone pushing through onto the cart. Red team very dominant here, using the Valkyrie for support. Not enough firepower to really slow them down. We are going to see some pot shots coming in from the supports, and D.Va attempting to contest, but red team just holds too strong. We're not able to quite get through.
Yeah, there it is. D.Va Bomb's going to come in on the backline. That might have a chance to block anyone away. Reminder to everyone involved, a trans does not stop a D.Va Bomb, but a Reaper shooting shotguns into your face while you're on the ground does.
A really nice trade there on those Earth Shatters as well. Oh man, just trying to keep track of the fight here on the numbers. We are looking at a 2v2 with a Nano Blossom. The sleep on the D.Va is going to prevent the Matrix. We are now still seeing this 2v2 fight. D.Va goes down, however, the bubble the bubble saves the Reaper. Reinhardt charging in. We are going to see this fight continue. Both teams trying to regroup here and continue the fight on. We are actually seeing and now with Bortle and Vanguard on the kill feed, we're going to see a Transcendent stabilize the blue team, and the point is now under their control.
With the new healing buff to Reaper, I am amazed that Vanguard was able to pick Guffum apart like that. Really excellent Reinhardt play backed up by his team. That's the kind of support that's needed to take down Guffum, who's just been doing some really sick and dirty work.
Yeah, definitely. And just the fact that the team was so quick to respond really shows that they do have the level of cohesion necessary to pull this game together. All right, we're going to have the grab coming out from our blue team. We do survive most of the damage here. Not a whole lot happening until we're going to have Reinhardt pushing through. And there's the Shatter. They're going to follow it up with the Nano. The bubble, enough to absorb this initial blow. However, we're going to see a purple grenade on Vanguard. Red team forced to back out due to the supreme firepower coming out of this Nano Ride.
Given their progress so far, Ragnor has one really solid chance left to finish this point, and they are going to have the tools to do it. And that defense from RIT cost them a lot.
Definitely. However, we do have 4 ults coming out for our red team. This could be the push that wins the point up to 3 points. We're going to be pushing through here, looking for the Shatter, whittling down the shield, and having a support ult to follow up with.
Ooh, and here they go. The ult apocalypse cometh. What's going to be the first one to come out?
All right, there is the Shatter. It is absorbed entirely by Vanguard's shield. However, we do follow up with the Nano. Beach not quite getting the mark on that charge. Vanguard going in to kill our red Zenyatta. We're going to see a D.Va all on point, killing 2 members of the red team with a follow-up from the Guffum's Death Blossom. The sound barrier blocking it, and now a 2v2 fight, or a 3v2 fight on the point. Red team looking solid here with only Bortle remaining, and he is going to get cleaned up quickly. Red team looking to push this cart in. We are going to see a minor stall here from blue team. Transcendence coming in to stop the cart. Red trans grab combo coming in to stabilize. The red team managing to regroup here and getting a big res here on Ana. We are going to see actually the blue graviton coming in to cancel the res, however, and negate its value. And looks like the defenders will be able to hold here. A big Death Blossom. Maybe
and Guffum does get taken out.
Yeah, he does get taken out. That Blossom buying a lot of value, but not quite enough, with our defending team just managing to pull it through.
You almost would have said that Ragnor was going to be able to push that fight through with a Zarya with Grav on the point, left alone with a Reaper who also can put some serious damage downrange. But the Grav, maybe it came out too early. Maybe RIT was just able to get back to the point soon enough, and ultimately that's going to be what changes the tide. RIT able to gain that foothold. If you're in a stall situation, you got to bring the picks, and RIT brought them in spades.
Absolutely, and really making good use out of the defender's advantage. It was great to see the regroup from both sides, but with the spawn being that much closer for our defenders, they were able to ultimately pull through despite a devastating ult from Guffum.
Yeah, really, really solid work. And Ragnor, again, showing their ability to pull it through. Solid performance, but unfortunately, Or rather RIT, our names, RIT now has a chance to take Dorado away from their clutches. Ragnor not able to finish the map with, not even with no time remaining. Just that last overtime push. That could cost them really badly. The price of starting out on that offense.
Now it looks like we're going to keep Guffin on the Reaper, looking for perhaps another sneaky flake, or maybe he's just scouting. We're not quite ready for the blue team rollout. We are going to wait this next 10 seconds for them to push before I comment on that. However, we are seeing a pretty standard comp here as far as what we've seen for this tournament. Another 3 support with Ryan and Zarya, Reaper as the only DPS.
Stop the payload.
Yep. Setting up on that high ground, and we're gonna see a nice little punchy comp coming out from RIT, keeping that Hammond now from the earlier King of the Hill map.
Definitely, and trading out for a Reaper of their own as well. Right, we're going to see a little bit of poking here on the neutral phase of the game, and Smash going in with the Hammond yet again. Does manage to get the shield off before he takes too much damage despite being anti-nated. We're going to see the blue team engaging under the gas station here, trying to set up the high ground for the Hammond. However, red team is going to respond by turning around and going in for the charge. We did trade pick for pick, and it is now a 5v4 fight in favor of our blue team. Blue team going in now, taking up a solid numbers advantage.
The quantity of damage and damages coming out from Smash have been huge. Their ability to crowd control this team is ridiculous. Pile driving and banging their way to victory. It's difficult for Ragnor to mount any kind of defense in the face of that hamster.
Absolutely, and we are going to be coming out here with yet another fight. A big anti-nade on the blue team, however, not enough. We are just going to be trading here 1 for 1. We did lose the support for a Reinhardt, and with the minefield coming through, zoning out the only escape option, we are committed to this fight. Border and Fluander going in with a really great set of kills, and a XPG Reaper ult to finish the job.
Oof. And just when you thought that Ragnor was going to be able to mount a solid defense there, picks really starting to come in for them. The force of that smash, the smashing hamster, the hamster of doom, unbelievable play coming out from the Hammond here, and both other tanks doing their solid job as well. Both of them building up to their ultimates, but not without any insert from Ragnor, starting early with the rally.
Definitely, and so we are going to be going for a safe engagement on the high ground with the additional rally armor, adding that extra power. Perhaps the Diva Bomb will be able to take some of the armor off. We are going to see a pick onto Jack's cast. However, we do also see the Transcendence coming out. A purple on Brigitte might result in her death, and we do see the Earthshatter coming out from our red Reinhardt, not quite getting much value. Blue team is still playing these corners really well. We do manage to trade for a Zenyatta and push the red team back just slightly. We are going to lose Beach's Reinhardt as well. This Deadeye forcing the blue team behind a corner for the next couple seconds. We are still making payload progress, however.
Ragnor showing a little bit of the, rather showing none of the incredible play we saw earlier from them, as RIT massively dominates Route 66. They're just about to push ahead to this point B. The gravity is going to slow them down a little at that choke there.
Definitely, and it's all about buying time right now. However, our red team is going to come back with a whole lot of strength here. A nano fully charged Zarya, talk about strength.
Yep. And there is finally a little bit of a stabilization of Ragnor on that defense. The cart is going to start slowly rolling back, but there's a lot of time left on the clock for RIT to push this through.
Absolutely. Ragnor does now own the payload, but it is mere meters away from its destination. Now we are going to see a bit of flank play coming here from RIT, and we're going to see Smash going and trying to solo the Zenyatta. Does get bubbled. We're going to drop the minefield on top of the point, dying in that area, and here's the shatter. Vanguard actually getting slept with a huge play from Jack's Castellana, and that ultimately turned out to be exactly what we needed in order to clean up this fight.
Yeah, again, where RIT was being very dominant, and of course the minute those words come out of my mouth, Ragnor not only stabilizes and starts to thrive on their defense here.
Definitely. So now we are going to be seeing a whole load of ults coming out from both sides. We are stocked up, looking at 4 ults for blue to nearly 5 for our red team.
Yup. This could be a very dirty situation on the defense. Smash could move right into that lane, gets the nano though. Uh-oh.
And we are going to see the rally come out as well as the sound barrier, dropping more ults, the Transcendence and the Shatter coming out, the Deadeye coming out. Finally, we get value out of the ultimates with the Deadeye piercing through with our Transcendence backing up. And blue team is forced to retreat for the time being.
Just a spooky situation now for Ragnor. They had to commit every single ultimate to that defense. They are going to have a grab for this next fight, but RIT going to be coming in with the Diva Bomb, the Reaper Death Blossom, and I can almost pretty much guarantee Smash is going to have those mines again.
Unless he switches to Zarya.
Unless he switches to Zarya! Unbelievable! I should just keep talking. If I say every possibility, maybe nothing will happen.
Yeah, we'll see the first stalemate in Overwatch.
Schrodinger's cast.
Man, we are going to see that Death Blossom and that Diva Bomb though. And here comes the Graviton Surge from TubeSock, comboed with the Diva. Oh, actually, that was Floender's Diva. Oh, we are going to also see the Reaper all come out for our blue team, seeing massive value come out of it. Vanguard going in with the pin to finish it up, and only 2 remain on the red team.
Risky situation to be in for Beach there on the Reinhardt. When you see the Reaper go off with the Death Blossom, what do you do? Do you charge in? Do you throw your shield up? What kind of damage control can you maintain? He went for the charge, but it was actually XBG who was going to be able to do enough damage to take him out, clean the point, and with 2 minutes left, RIT begins their victory push.
Definitely. We are here looking at 2 minutes in order to capture this 3rd point. And now our red team did not capture with time remaining. Or actually, no, they did not capture the 3rd point at all. So this is the final push if we're able to make it through.
Yes, RIT has a solid shot at taking Route 66 and establishing dominance in the map differential once again. Meanwhile, Ragnor, with ults of their own coming online, they're going to have a really solid defense to mount.
Absolutely. 3 ults for Ragnor. We are going to see the Deadeye come through again. Guffin managing to get value out of it once again, picking off Bortle. We are now 6v5. The shield looking not so great for Beach here. However, we do have the space due to the pick. Zarya Bubble coming out for support. We're managing to finally creep up to this corner. Red team looking for an engagement. Spark with the nice pick on that Reinhardt. And we're finally going to be pushing blue team back into their spawn.
I think RIT needed to throw out, or rather elicit more. Ooh, nasty stagger coming in! Flowander gets demeched by Guffum's McCree. Is there nothing this guy can't do? Diva, they probably don't want to give up that bomb. They're going to have to force their way back into mech if they want to have a shot at this point. And with the ult differential, that's going to be absolutely mandatory.
Absolutely. We are looking at a full 6 ults for our red team, and we are going to engage with a blue grab. Follow up with Deadeye. Let's get a 5K.
Guffum, the sharpest shooter in the West, gets a team kill off the Shatter.
All right, so 6 shots, 6 kills, am I right?
I saw it. I think I saw it. Oh no. How do you even come back from that? What do you do? The mental game here is so harsh.
We are coming up on more ults here for blue. So very close to an Earth Shatter. However, our red team does still have 3 ults in the bank. We are going to be whittling down Beach's shield slowly. Vanguard with a slight positional advantage at this time. However, with the big sleep on Flowander and the big purple on two of those members, we do see the Graviton trade with both the Grav and the Shatter there. Blue lighting up the kill feed, and we do have a numbers advantage for our blue team. This might just be the push that they need in order to win this game.
Here they go. They have 5 on the cart, but Guffum the very deadly. He just got wiped.
We are seeing the spawn advantage for our red team coming through. Unicorn Syrup popping the rally, trying to buy as much time as possible to prevent our blue team from capturing this point. We are going to see a Diva Bomb forcing the teams away, not getting a whole lot other than breaking Beach's shield. We do manage to kill Breach mid-charge, and Brigitte is almost on the way out as well, dying to that anti-nade with the Diva pressure. This is looking very solid for blue, especially with a Nano Ryan coming out, and XPG 102 with the Reaper ult to finish the job.
Wow, what an incredible push coming out from RIT. Amazing defense from Ragnor, but it just wasn't enough to overcome it. I almost feel so bad for Ragnor. After one of the most ridiculous McCree combo plays I've ever seen, which the casters at least will get to see happening again, RIT was still able to push through at the end.
All right, and then one shot the sun. Oh, you used fan. You're supposed to be a 6 shooter, man. Where's the headshot?
Oh man, I can't even be angry though. Like what?
Yeah, what
Oh,
a play.
he must have just been feeling so happy after that, and then just that's too much of a roller coaster of emotions. So now RIT, having taken Route 66 despite all odds, it's going to be Ragnor who are going to, after a ban hero and save from RIT, going to be banning a hero and then choosing the next map.
All right, so we are coming down to the wire here, game 4, and it's been neck and neck.
Yeah, despite RIT leading 2-1 over Ragnor, I would not say that they're in a supremely dominant position. Yeah, they win the next map, they win the match. But Ragnor, the clapback on the maps that they've been doing, with just showing ridiculous power on that, on everything that they've been doing, the Hollywood in specific, and then the King of the Hill, not really a blowout again. So I feel like this could be again another best out of 5 we're looking at.
Definitely. Now, we haven't seen 2CP yet. That could be one of the next maps that we end up on, either Hanamura or Horizon Lunar Colony. And so we have no idea how these teams are going to perform. It has been so close that just making that prediction on what these teams might be strong on, it just seems to not matter. They're both so flexible.
Yeah, I I love the ban system. I like the idea of the Overwatch being taken to that level that you see in a lot of other esports games with the hero picks to get the hero bans, the hero saves, maybe even expanded to more hero bans. It kind of hurts because the hero pool really not all that large. But in this situation though, now you get to see players with their flexibility really starting to shine. If you ban a hero and the players are flexible, it does a little less good than you might be thinking.
Yeah, definitely. And flexibility, of course, is the name of the game for Overwatch. Hero swapping is actively encouraged, and it's great that we actually are now in a time period and in a meta where that is possible on a smaller scale. Like, hey, we just need to make these couple swaps to shut down what the enemy team is capable of.
Yeah. And that being said, the map bans and hero bans that are going to come out here, maybe having a little more impact than we saw, it's going to be Ragnor with the hero ban. Now, they just saw some really sick work coming in from a Reaper, from an Ana. And I honestly, though, are those heroes crucial enough that you want to give them the ban? Probably not.
Ana, maybe. Reaper, maybe. I'm not sure. You know, you're right. You're right. Is it enough? Now, I think if I had to pick between one or the other, just because Gotham has shown us potential on so many different DPS heroes, I'd say a ban on Ana might actually be a huge wrench. Now, you could always replace Ana with a Moira, perhaps a Mercy, and Reaper, as well as other close range heroes, would still see quite a bit of effectiveness. But we have been seeing great anti-nades and sleeps out of Jack's cast, so that could definitely be pretty detrimental.
Yeah, and seeing what RIT is choosing for their hero save, I can't honestly be surprised. They chose to save the Zenyatta, who has value in the dive, has value in the deathball, has value in the goats. With the Zenyatta, they have a lot of opportunity to run a lot of different comms, no matter what the hero ban that comes out is.
Definitely. So we are going to find out what team Ragnor chooses to ban for heroes, and we will be moving on to our next map.
Yep. And Ragnor, this map pick is going to be huge. They should hopefully be picking the map that is their best home ground because they must win this map if they want to stay in this round and not get booted down to the loser's bracket, which, as a reminder, this is a standard match in the winner's bracket, which means the loser of this map, thank goodness for me, because I love seeing them, we are going to be seeing them again in the loser's bracket.
All right. We are just getting word from the team captain here on the band in just a moment. Can we ban or can we pick any map but payload that hasn't been banned? The answer to that question is yes. The bans do stack, and you're not allowed to play the same map type twice. But outside of that, the whole map pool is fair game.
And here we go. They're picking Busan and they're banning Lucio. Now, this is going to be interesting. You get a Lucio, or rather, you get a Zenyatta, but no Lucy, and you have to play Busan.
Yeah, and honestly, that's going to be a big detriment to Bortle. We've been seeing a lot of mileage out of Bortle's Lucio here, and going on control point without a Lucio, that sounds kind of scary to me,
Yeah,
especially this map.
They're going to have to come swinging out of that point with no Lucio, which means we might be having a situation with an individual having a bit. Nope. Maybe technical difficulties. Difficult to tell from the chat. Can be.
No, Bortle is dead as a meme.
Oh.
Yeah, look at Twitch chat. They've been saying it all day.
Oh, I'm just an old man. I thought they were saying it when he was dead.
Yeah, shout outs to Twitch chat. Bortle is dead. Bortle is dead. Bortle is dead. Bortle is throwing. Oh no, I'm sorry. Bortle isn't throwing. Bortle isn't throwing.
Wow, I'm gonna catch up some days, guys. You just hang in there. So the teams have been set, and we're gonna be seeing Busan coming out again. This time with RIT not having a Lucio to play with.
Dun dun dun. All right. Teams are readying up, and we're about to get this show on the road.
Now, something that I really, really like to see now. They kept the Zenyatta, they're gonna lose the Lucio. I really want to see the compositions that they come out with here. Are they going to be doing the dives? Are they going to be doing the death balls? Maybe it is going to be goats, just no Lucio. I don't see how you can even do that.
I don't think it works.
The flexibility they've been coming out with though.
Yeah, I know. There's so many questions now. However, we are going to take a quick break here, quick bio break, and our team should be back here in just a moment.
Oh yeah. So again, they have options, and with the Zenyatta, honestly, on Busan though, there is a bit of the. No matter what map they're doing, and the Mecha Bay too, especially, there's a lot of high ground to play with. We could be seeing the Winston Diva dive. Absolutely.
Yeah, definitely. There is quite a bit of high ground, especially on that mecha base and also on the city center, which is favorable for snipers. And there's that nice little overhang on the airport kind of section where the point is. It overlooks the point as well as the approach. So dive as well as snipers both favored on this map.
Yep. And so we are going to be getting started now that we are all back, present and accounted for, and ready to rock and roll. Busan, last time we saw this map played, we got to see City Center and we got to see the drums action. We did not get to see Mecha Bay, which is a bit of a crazy town. I'm kind of hoping we get started on Mecha Bay. That map is just absolutely insane.
Definitely. An initial approach on that map, it's hard. You've got so much cover as the teams come in on that first approach. And then with the point being on the low ground, it's really risky to go for the early cap.
Yep. And there is just a very, very nasty little situation of the map dynamically changing. You have the Mech Bay sightings that just go up and down, and getting the timing right with your ultimates can be huge. Especially, for example, if Guffum wants to toss out some more of those sick McCree Deadeyes.
Absolutely, or perhaps one of those great Death Blossoms as well. Speaking of which, guys, don't forget to vote for your MVP down below on the Twitch panel.
Yep. It is the dream of the player to be named the MVP, and it is not limited to the winning team or the losing team. You can pick whoever you thought was making the most impact. Last time we saw some support players get that particular glory. In this instance, though, I don't know. We've been seeing some really sick tank play and some really sick DPS play, but then again, the anti-nades have been spot on.
Definitely. It's anybody's game here, and we are waiting on just one more player to ready up here, and we should be going here. Yeah, definitely excited to see what's going to be coming out of both teams here on Busan.
Yep. And as we get in here on Busan, I am just very, very looking forward to, again, I really want to hope, really kind of plug in for that Mecha Bay. Of course, since I said it, the game's Desire Center, is going to pick up on me. And
Yep.
Are on the shrine. It's fine.
Okay, though. Yeah, I do too. This map is gorgeous.
And the craziness of it, again, one of the tiniest points in the entire game, meaning that if your composition is not ready for a close-up fight, then you're gonna have a tough time.
Yeah, either that or if the positioning isn't quite right and you can't control that open area. There are some pretty strong choke points here, but they are very deep in enemy lines. And there's enough open space and enough flank potential that it's harder compared to other maps such as Lijiang Tower to go for a strong aggressive spawn camp type of defense.
Yeah, there's a lot of ways to get out of your spawn in this particular situation, and there's a lot of ways, again, like a complete lack of chokes. And again, the other thing too is if you're going to take that dead center approach, you better hope you don't have to do a backup maneuver. If you fall off that little drop there, it seems like it's only about a couple feet, and I think Reinhardt's neck comes onto it. Ain't no hero, ain't no hero getting back up there if you don't got jump jets.
Oh no. Well, we are going to. Oh no, no, no. We learned composition. That's not a Bastion Torb. That's a Zarya Reaper.
Yup, they got us. They got us again. Soldier, though, I think that's going to be a definite thing coming out now for Team Ragnor. Meanwhile, RIT, I think they liked XBG on that Reaper.
Definitely. We're going to be looking for some value here out of those alts once again. This time we're going to be running a Brigitte and a Soldier for our blue team. And the skirmish is going directly on the point. Both teams want to establish that control right away.
I can hardly blame them. Again, teeny tiny point space means if you put your entire team on it, you're going to have a good time.
Definitely. Now we are going to look for Beats going in for the charge, and he does get punished for it. We lose the Reinhardt right out the gate, and because the numbers advantage should be a pretty solid fight for our Reds team. Now we do have Vanguard going and managing to get the hammer swing on Guffman's Soldier as well. We have Red team capping the point and just cleaning up effectively.
Woof, woof, woof. Take that point control. It's going to be good times for you. Vanguard already building to his ultimate. I'm not seeing anything over 70 yet, just yet, for Ragnor, meaning that this next fight is going to be a bit of a doozy for RIT if they can avoid from using their ults.
Definitely. We are seeing a switch off of Rein Zarya onto Winston Diva. Also trading out Moira here as well for our blue team.
Yup. Getting some more of that healing out there for this now, what we're looking to see, very a tasty dive. And flexing onto that Lucio. Neat that they can take advantage of that speed boost when that means RIT is going to be sitting ducks.
Absolutely. However, we do have ults coming out for our red team. A Shatter along with two support ults that could definitely make this fight go in the red favor. We are going to see the Tactical Visor come out, get dove on immediately by the Winston. We are going to see the Transcendence come out as a result. Smash going out, shutting down the Tactical Visor. XPG shutting down the Winston dive and the Diva. It's just going to be a solid fight here for red.
I super like their thought here. XBG on the Reaper in this tight little situation. Again, smallest point in the game, so that means you gotta come in close. And guess who's got two shotguns? Yeah, right, that's gonna be XBG. Tossing out the Philly Fusion spray. Love to see that.
All right, more compositional changes coming out from Team Ragnor here. We're looking at a Genji and a Tracer now to augment the dive. Now, unfortunately, at 80%, giving up all of the ult economy may not be the best move. We're going to need to see some picks coming out of the DPS. Unfortunately, we did just lose Jaxcast with the beat almost ready. That's going to be a big pick. Red team demacking Diva as well. XPG ruining the Winston. Genji follows shortly after, and this fight is a done deal.
Oh goodness, and I don't think Ragnar's not going to be able to get back to the point in time for this one, despite that Lucio comes swinging in. First round going to go to the Death Blossoming XBG.
We didn't even need the Blossom. He just kind of went and left-clicked those tanks and called it a day.
Two shotguns.
Two, count them, two shotguns.
You know, setting aside the recoil problems of that kind of situation, yeah, it's the future, whatever. We're going to finally see Mech Bay, and here we go. This is going to be the composition hell for both teams. How do you play this one?
Well, we are going to see Fluander on the Diva once again. Couldn't see some huge ult potential coming out with those moving doors like you had mentioned before. No, we are actually going to see Guffam on Ashe this time. Not McCree, not Reaper. So that's going to be interesting. There is quite a bit of high ground to contest here. Ashe can be a very good pick. There are long sight lines, and she can get value at mid-range also, unlike Widowmaker. And Bob, with his ability to contest, also very strong.
Yep, and there we go with RIT trying to close, getting a bit of that poke game on there, not able to get XBG in there.
Absolutely, and we're seeing more great grenades coming out of Jaxcast Anna, allowing a positional opening here. However, we are going to trade a healer for a healer. Red team ultimately going on and showing superior firepower. Kill feed is lighting up red, and they are going to capture the point here.
RIT, again, less dominance coming out from XBG, but there's something to be said for, again, the damage coming out, shattering shields, doing duty, and just solid work from everyone on RIT, really.
All Alrighty, we are looking at not quite any ultimates yet. However, we are close to a transcendence here for our red team. RIT looking to hold this position. However, we do see Anna over there. Jaxcast trying to contest the point. This team slowly backing up. We are going to see Vanguard over there with a huge shatter. Backing up here, they're going to just continue to hold the high ground. And big pin here from Beach. However, we do see Smash go down as well. Finally making some progress here. Big Purple here is going to cancel out the Transcendence. And looks like our blue team is going to manage to capture this point. The fight is not over yet, however. We're going to start seeing our Reinhardt over here with big picks, pushing in, getting, clipped out, and red team turning the fight around.
They fought that one to the last man for sure. The reinforcements coming in very quickly for RIT, but that would ended up like being a 2v1. And Guffum with their ultimate, they really could have extended that fight if they wanted to. I think holding off was the correct decision. They built some percentage, have some ults, and now they're ready to face a stabilized composition.
Definitely. Look at this. We have XPG with yet another Death Blossom. However, we do see Beat coming out very shortly. It's all going to be all about timing. Or if we just see more great anti-nade coming out of Jaxcast, that might just be all we need in order to capture this point without ultimates.
Very, very big dirty kills coming in. Look at that, though. Ragnor managing to take this point without sacrificing a single ultimate.
And that is going to leave them in a great position here for the next fight. 5 ultimates to only 2, almost 4, well, almost 5, I suppose. But again, timing is going to matter here. Red team is going to want to hold off just a couple seconds to make sure they build up that ult bank. And we're probably just going to see a mass economy reset here.
Yeah, and I can hardly blame it, but man, RIT isn't really fighting without empty gun holsters. Well, the grab, how did I get him up?
Yeah, what a great grab. And we are going to see the Transcendence come out to defend. 2 shatters trading. Graviton very well placed, allowing for this opportunity. Bob coming through, putting down the suppressing fire, just kind of raining down bullets for free. We do see 2 picks for the blue team. However, Graviton going to keep them in place for just a moment. The Diva Bomb going behind the shield, not getting anything out of it. However, we are seeing some picks coming from both sides at the moment. It looks like blue is going to be stable here, able to contest the point, but it is a 3v3 fight for now. We can see some value coming out of XVG on Reaper. There's the ult coming out. Does manage to take down Zarya. Lucia managed to kite it away just barely, but that is going to be enough for our red team to take the point.
That is huge. RIT tenaciously staying in the fight. They're going to get that percentage back. This is now turning into almost a 1-fight game, depending on who can get back to the point first. But the ultimates for Ragnor are so huge. They might be able to rip this and turn it around again. RIT has their work cut out for them, and Ragnor has a huge opportunity.
Absolutely. No ults for our red team is going to be a detriment, especially compared to the massive amount of firepower that's about to come out of blue. Beach goes in, gets stunned, but actually manages to get the kill here. We are seeing 2 kills on the kill feed for our blue team. Zenyatta managing to trade with Zapcast here. But it might not be enough. We do still have ultimates out for blue if all else fails, and we are going to see the beat come out. All right, we're going to see the Nano Zarya come through. A big shatter here from Beach should be able to clean up the fight. DPS doing work in the back line, and blue is going to solidly take this fight. Only 20 seconds left on the clock. They are going to push aggressively here.
Yeah, they've got the ults to do it. They have control of the point. This is huge. RIT almost knocking. And XPG gets dumped off. What happened?
I didn't see it. I'm over here on the point watching overhead.
Oh no, XPG! What? Oh no. Oh, they were switching. They jumped onto the Tracer.
Let's see. Graviton's going to buy some time. We are going to try to contest this Diva on point. Beach going in for a charge. Doesn't get anything with it. We are going to see the Transcendence holding the red team floodgates back. However, a big shatter coming in from Vanguard is going to knock down 3 of the blue team players. We do see the kill feed lighting up blue. Guffin doing a whole lot of work on this Tracer. We are trading more or less evenly a 3v2 fight right now with just a tank and a healer on the point. And Anna left to contest Zarya and Guffin by himself is going to lead to a blue team victory.
Wow, what an incredible duel there at the end. Both teams taking it 99-99 again, seeing some of that good King of the Hill action we had earlier, and there it is. That's going to be Ragnor making this a game, taking it to best of 3, keeping their hopes alive for the winner's bracket.
All right, so 1-1. Wow.
Was.
This has been from top to bottom so close. Every fight is a trade. Every time they fight, the point switches hands. let's see. I mean, compositionally, it looks like we're gonna have a Fair Mercy coming out of RIT, and then we're going to have a Gotham keeping Gotham on Tracer for Team Ragnor here. So Fair Mercy, we can potentially get some value out of that pick.
Yeah, and finally we get to see the pharmacy, and I kept my mouth shut, and we're gonna get to see it. RIT bringing out that projectile, Justice Raining Goddess from above, and maybe this will be what they need to turn it around.
Definitely, an air superiority can go a long way. We don't see. Oh, we do have Flewander on Diva. Can shut down a Pharaoh Mercy pretty effectively, but we do also have the Discord Orb to defend as well. However, the ability to get these positions freely by flying around is going to be detrimental for our blue team. Nothing on the kill feed yet, however, red team is slowly making their way in. We do see TubeSock with the opening pick on Reinhardt. Ultimately, we are going to see blue team with the numbers advantage now. 2 picks for even fight now. Okay, so ults are going to come out now. We're going to see the Nano Zarya Smash going in with about 50% energy. Going in with that Graviton, leaving it for XPG to clean up, and it looks like that's going to be enough to clean up. It was a slow-going fight, but they pulled it through.
Yeah, that is just a dirty situation. Great fight coming out from both teams. RIT going to be able to take that at the end there, and they're going to start holding up with a little bit of an ult advantage that is going to get evened up very shortly.
All right, and here we are funneling through this tiny little choke point now. We do have some ults coming up for our blue team, but red does come through, opening up with the Shatter. It does get blocked by the Shield of Beach. We do have Valkyrie coming out for Bortle. Vanguard is purple, might not be able to get healed. XPG coming out with the barrage, not quite enough to break the shield from Beach, but we do manage to get him and seal the Shatter at that.
Beach's Shatter gets completely absorbed by the ineffable power of a far rocket as Flewander and Ana Jobalar on the Ana coming up with their ultimates, going to even it up once again. RIT holds the point and is not looking good. Ragnor has to come out swinging with this one.
And again, look at the score right now, 25 to 50 effectively. The point just keeps trading hands, and that was a nice pick there from XPG, knocking out the hit scan player on our blue team. They are going to be forced to reposition here, looking for a flank, and I do believe that they're going to wait for their teammate and try not to engage on an unfavorable fight.
Yeah, but that's going to cost them a lot of percentage. Ooh, this is, again, ooh, no, they're already hitting ground. They're coming in very quickly with the Diva Bomb entering the fight from...
Nice, and a big pick there on Jack's cast. Both supports are down for the blue team right now. Looking like a very strong and favorable fight for red as they do manage to clean up. A nice concussion blast boop on TubeSock to knock him out of the map.
Yeah, that is dirty. And unfortunately, though, for RIT, after that tenacious and excellent D, it's going to be a little bit of a trouble as Team Ragnor... Ragnar's going to come in with big... Oh, no, the Shatter stops them in their tracks.
Definitely. Lots of ults coming out here. A big barrier to knock out that Shatter and Graviton. Ends up with a charge onto the point that does go in our blue team's favor, very quickly cleaning up the rest of red. A Transcendence just to ensure the fight stays in blue control, and XVG is going to just go out with honor, regroup to his team.
I'm a little surprised that Vanguard even tossed the Shatter into that fight to begin with. I guess it's worth it, though, if you consider that they were able to pull out almost every ult that Ragnor had. It's going to be a Shatter and a Nano coming in, while they themselves going to have Grav, Valkyrie, and a Barrage. Good situation for retaking a point in a single good team fight.
Absolutely, and coming up close on a Diva Bomb and a Nano Boost as well. It's looking like a solid next few fights coming up. Now we do have Jack's cast with the Nano as well, and a testament to his Ana play as well. There's yet another pick. It does end up getting res here. We do keep Farah Mercy in play. Vanguard trying to take the space, and that was a massive boot coming out from our blue team here. Looks like we're going to ultimately end up trading. We are at a disadvantage by 1 for the red team. Even trade at this point with ultimates coming out. A nice Diva Bomb from Flewander, and still trading. It is now a 2v4 fight on the point.
Ooh, and a Nano Zarya, that's going to be just what the doctor ordered as Vanguard comes swinging in. Big tasty old rocket hammer. That tends to get the kills.
Absolutely. Now we are getting a regroup from our red team. It looks like Blue wants to keep control here. The kill feed keeps trading back and forth, but ultimately the point stays under red control. We are going to manage to get the kill on Beach and shortly after on Spark. And we're going to go ahead and just finish up the fight with the res. Guffam is going to try to come in here for the stall along with Jack's cast on Anna, but it's not going to be enough. We are just going for the stall. Ults are coming out. Graviton, very devastating, but not enough to keep the red team at bay. More ults are coming out, and red team managing to stay stable despite the chaos.
The shatter was huge. They weren't able to take down the rampaging Nano Reinhardt in time. Smash arriving on the team, and that's going to be it. RIT takes the match.
Wow, great fight. Back and forth, really nice ult usage from both sides. Ultimately, it came down to picks and positioning in the end.
This is 3.007. I actually have to duck out a little earlier tonight. Sorry, everyone. It's been a pleasure casting with you, everyone. Take it easy and have a good evening.
All right, excellent play of the game here from XBG. And, oh, you good? All right, just a little bit of Discord trouble there.
You made the right
Alrighty, so then just going to move on to our next map. Oh no, I'm sorry. That was the last game. We just won. So yeah, congratulations to RIT. Really solid victory there. Did you manage to take the game? Very exciting match. Just wow. We are going to ultimately come out interviewing Smash. Really excited to have him. I'm about to pull him into the channel in just a sec. All right, and with us is Smash from the Rochester Institute team. How you doing, Smash?
Good.
Awesome. Really solid showing from both teams today. You guys managed to clutch it out in the end. That was absolutely insane. Really back and forth for the entire time. I can only imagine what your comms looked like. How do you guys feel about that match?
It was kind of hectic. We were calling out all over the place, but we managed to get our ultimates tracked down, and their ultimates tracked down very well at the end. So we got the dub.
Yeah, you guys definitely did a good job of making sure you kept the advantages and knowing exactly what your game plan is. It definitely showed from an overhead perspective as well. Just being able to trade and knowing when to go in and when to go out was just incredible to watch. How long has your team been together? You did show incredible synergy there.
We've been playing since the September. Yeah.
Okay. So you've got a solid couple of months there. And so are you a school team? Do you also play for TESPA?
Yeah, we are a school team, but we unfortunately have to drop from TESPA because we didn't have enough players and the roster is locked, so we couldn't sub in our support sub players. So we unfortunately dropped out.
Yeah, that is unfortunate. I feel like you guys would have done really well. I mean, if this game is any testament to that, you guys really just did have a solid showing. One thing in particular, watching you on that Hammond was great to see. And it always... Yeah, absolutely. You had some great boobs, and just seeing that play, really good distractions. How much time have you put on Hammond?
Well, I try to run him as much as I can. My team roasts me all the time for playing him because I throw quite a bit, but when I don't throw, it turns out pretty good. So don't sleep on Hammond.
Yeah, definitely not. And you were really showing what he was made out of. Yeah, so we are actually, hey, check this out, man. You ready for some good news?
Sure.
Guess who's MVP?
Oh, me, boy. Let's get it.
You are freaking MVP, dude. Congratulations, and well-deserved, too, especially, like I said, with those really great Hammond plays. Just really good tanking overall. Did you have anything else that you wanted to say to the stream?
Go Teak, shock the world, baby.
Hell yeah, man. Well, it was great to have you. Thanks for coming to interview. Congratulations on your team's victory. And I hope many more come your way, man.
Thanks, man.
All right. Well, that is going to wrap it up for tonight, guys. Thanks for tuning in. We are going to be casting more tournaments later in the month, so keep an eye on this channel. For now, I'm Khaleesi signing off. See you next time.